What if the final shape of industrial Britain was not defined by a single breakthrough, but by accumulation, layer upon layer of production, skill and adaptation? Not a moment of invention, but a long process of refinement. Because in the case of Leeds, industry did not arrive fully formed. It evolved slowly and persistently. Welcome to the making of Britain. Leeds sits in West Yorkshire, positioned between upland regions and fertile valleys. Unlike coastal ports such as Liverpool or Bristol, it developed inland, relying on overland trade routes and river connections. The nearby River Aire provided early transport and water power, linking Leeds to wider regional markets. Its geography placed it at a crossroads between agricultural production and emerging industrial centres. This position allowed it to grow through exchange rather than isolation. Leeds' early economic development was closely tied to the wool and cloth trades. Raw wool from surrounding Yorkshire regions was processed, woven and finished in the city. By the 17th and 18th centuries, Leeds had become a major centre for woolen cloth production, supplying both domestic and international markets. The industry was organised through a combination of domestic workshops and emerging manufacturing systems. This early textile economy formed the foundation for later industrial expansion. And as you've walked with me so far, you can really support this channel by giving the video a like. Thanks. As demand for textiles increased, production methods began to change. The transition from domestic production to factory-based systems gradually reshaped the city. Mechanisation improved efficiency and larger mills began to appear. Leeds adapted to these changes rather than resisting them. The transition was not abrupt, it unfolded over decades, blending older forms of production with new industrial structures. The city's strength lay in its ability to absorb change without losing continuity. By the 19th century, Leeds had expanded beyond textiles into engineering and heavy industry. Machine making, ironworking and related trades developed alongside the textile sector. This diversification made the city more resilient to economic fluctuations. Leeds became a centre not just for production, but for industrial support systems, machinery, maintenance and innovation. Its economy became interconnected, with different sectors reinforcing one another. At this point, it's worth asking, does industrial strength come from specialisation or from adaptability over time? Was Leeds powerful because of its textiles or because it could evolve beyond them? Share your thoughts in the comments, because Leeds challenges the idea that industrial identity must remain fixed. As industry grew, so did the city. Leeds expanded rapidly during the 19th century, with new housing, roads and public buildings developed to support its workforce. Railways connected the city to national markets, reinforcing its role as an industrial hub. The urban landscape reflected economic change, mills, warehouses and residential districts forming a tightly integrated system of production and living. Life in Leeds was shaped by industrial rhythms. Work, housing and social structures were closely linked to factory production. Communities formed around mills and industrial districts. If you subscribe, there's a whole back catalogue of videos like this one for you to enjoy. At the same time, civic institutions and local governance evolved to manage the challenges of rapid urban growth. Leeds became not just an industrial centre, but a structured urban society shaped by production. In the 20th century, traditional textile manufacturing in Leeds began to decline due to the global competition and industrial restructuring. Many mills closed or were repurposed. However, the city did not collapse economically. Instead, it shifted toward new sectors: finance, services, and education. This transition reflected broader changes in the British economy, moving away from manufacturing dominance. Today, Leeds is one of the largest economic centres in the United Kingdom, outside London. Its economy is diverse, with strengths in finance, legal services, education, and digital industries. Former industrial buildings remain part of the cityscape, repurposed for modern use. The legacy of textiles and engineering still shapes its identity, even as its economic base has transformed. Leeds' story is one of long-term adaptation, from wool trade to industrial manufacturing to modern services. The city has continually redefined itself. Its development reflects not a single industrial moment, but a sustained capacity for change. The structures built over centuries continue to influence how the city functions today. If Leeds shows that industrial strength can come from adaptation over time, rather than a single defining industry, what does that suggest about how cities evolve? Are they shaped by moments of transformation or by continuous adjustment? Because the story of Leeds is not only about textiles and factories, it's about endurance and the quiet accumulation of change. YouTube has chosen this video for you to watch next. Have a look, I think you'll like it. If you ding the bell, you'll be notified when new episodes are published, so you won't miss any. Thanks for walking a little further down the path that made Britain with me. Take care, and I'll see you on my next walk. Bye.